Speaking about economy throughout our life is taken up so much time and space throughout the world. Everyone is prioritizing working towards speaking and engaging in these economic systems in our life. We are prioritizing our life around these externally set up economic system, and this is how the world is run by, because they have set up these economic systems and add value into a monetary systems. Now, it's a really important dialogue for human species to have within these difficult, complicated time period is what is the real price we are paying to things as to how they set up in our external social structure. There is a continuously we have to pay a price. When we understand the real price as to what we are paying into the social structures, maybe we will have a better time understanding how we participate, when we withdraw, when we save, how we save, and how do we engage in a constructive dialogue. Uh, One thing that I am really passionate about, having open discussions regarding anything and everything, even with the random people, is something that I've always enjoyed as a child. Storytelling, listening to stories is one of those characteristic of mine. I value and enjoy dialogue. I get bored listening to my own voice sometimes. Talking is that important, but throughout life, we come into circumstances, times it seems like your throat chakra is blocked, you're unable to express anything, although you have these ideas and words that is dying to come out, and it's a suppression. I find it was sort of like a conditioning, so that we keep our thoughts and our ideas and our understanding to ourselves, and starting instead having a constructive dialogue. In our natural ecosystem, the non-verbal verbal communication is continuously, indefinitely, involuntarily happening. The birds are singing, the elements, and there's the sounds, and they are constantly happening in the natural ecosystem. I don't understand why it should apply same as to the human species, to have these open, expressive dialogues among other human species. This is how we elevate, this is how we eliminate, this is how we get in line, this is how things are moving in a constructive manner. So, speaking of equal positions, the women and the divine feminine and divine masculine, we always have these, it's not a gender role, but it's responsible roles in our social structure, our ecosystem. We are bringing different things into the table. This is our purpose. I've always felt there is an enormous level of hostility towards the feminine, to suppress them, to eliminate them, to keeping them quiet, keeping them low vibrational, keeping them full of anxiety, illnesses, and overall hostility towards the divine feminine. This is a destructive pattern for any kind of systems. It is going in backwards when you suppress the one who create, one who meant to nurture. When you discredit them, when you suppress them, when you shun them in shame, this is where we prevent healing. The nurturing is healing. When you nurture somebody, if you have a passion that you're doing, if you have hobbies, or you have a family, even where cleaning, or even you have pets, people who doesn't have children, but the role is similarly important when you are when you're loving and caring for an animal. This is your pet. You're learning to nurture, and you're healing. Every time you nurture something, you're healing. And when you're in a healed position, that you're more likely to get in line with the natural frequencies, natural flow of things. This is how you stay vibrant. This is how you stay youthful and beautiful, because your energetic alignment with the source God, your higher self, your mind, body, spirit, you're in alignment with. So the things flowing instead of rigid and trying to force something and go different directions as to what you're meant to do, then you're really not in alignment with your mind, body, spirit, a divine feminine, divine vessel. For example, an alignment with the moon cycle is something really important for a female. This is how you know you're less anxious, you're in alignment, your flowing state. Energy is not rigid. It's something that's simple, and we should all be able to come to terms with. Now, when you're paying a price, this is how the transactions happen. You in an economy, in a normal social structure, we can come up with example like this, because the women are empowered. Women need to have a positions, they have to have a title, so we go out to do something. We're thriving in that section, but are we really? We have to have someone else. If you can, if you have the wealth, you can hire people to do something, and you have now another woman who is coming to work for you, work with you. You have to rely on this other divine feminine or feminine energy to supply all the tools that you're not able to be present, because you're otherwise engaged in your professional engagements. So therefore another woman have to come and fill these roles. It could be a local woman, it could be a foreign woman who left children to come and work for you, and you're giving them these mechanically created energetic piece of paper in use of her time, but her children now doesn't have a parent looking after them, a mother usually, so they have to rely on some other female energies to fill these roles. Sometimes the fathers step in, but nevertheless you're not there, because you have to now work for someone else to gain these monetary things. Now this time, this one life you have, your role is to be a mother, be there, be connected, be there, nurturing, creating, healing, doing things, loving, and even disagreements. Now you deprive your child from all of these things because you're working for somebody else, and you left everything to somebody else, your responsibility. Now this is the emotional triggers coming from that. This is where the real transaction happen. You're constantly in hurt, you're separated and you can't be there physically. uh, these are the emotional transactions because of our social structure. The women have to fill these roles, and we have to keep in mind about these energetic transactions and our personal responsibility, and in alignment with our natural system and our created social structure. This is how you understand the energetic price that we are paying into in this 3D system. The other thing is the so-called high class equal women. What do they do with their resources, their titles, um, their opportunities to promote what they do plastic surgeries? They are trying to stay 20 indefinitely. The youth is something they are so greedy and obsessed about, and the gracefulness is not there. They're doing these plastic surgeries because they can, because they have the resources to do so. You might have a plastic things, a breast or a nose, or the Botox, everything that you do to your body. We really don't know what is the long-term side effects coming from this. Now the breast, when it comes to breast, is the symbol of nurturing. This is the food source. This is the time that you connect with your children or child. But now you put a thing of plastic or some say something there. This is the visibly you're beautiful, you're uh, flawless, you're perfectly put together, but nevertheless is something that is foreign to you. Why, how you staying connected to the moon cycles when you're suppressing your body because you think you have options. You really don't know what is the long-term side effects from that. We're speaking about menopause. There are people who gone through these changes in life, women, with effortlessly, but some things that other women speaking about. But it is an important thing for us to talk about what kind of synthetic drugs that you are taking, what kind of suppressions you have done to your body. How do you have put plastic things, you put chemicals in your body. You really don't know the effect of these things. It could be a side effect of some of these things that we done to our body because we are trying to maintain something that's unnatural. Uh, and they are also raising children. They think that mommy's flawless, mommy's beautiful, mommy got all these things, but the children are reading energetic frequencies. When you done all of these things to yourself, it doesn't, the frequencies and energies doesn't say, oh wow, how beautiful, what a magical piece of art. But the energetic vibrations are there: insecurity, low self-esteem, not courageous enough to come to terms with a person you are, your natural being, and develop yourself by connected to your own natural way of life. You're insecure about that. You're have some disconnected to the creator, your higher self. These are the vibrational energies that we put out, we knowingly or unknowingly. It's not cool to give out this energetic frequency of desperation. This is where we are lack alignment with our being, mind, body, and spirit. It's important to have these discussions or have awareness. We don't really have a problem with women wanting to look great and young and feel better. But the real question is, are you really feel better? Are you really in whole with yourself? What happens when you take all of your your this hair extensions and eyelashes and things, makeup, and uh, you have to sit down and sort of observe yourself. Maybe you're beautiful without all of that things, but other people can see your real beauty. But it doesn't matter, because you haven't realized that. You haven't realized that you are enough the way you are. So these are energetic prices that we have to pay to do these things. If someone say to you, you're not pretty enough to be on TV, so you have to alter yourself, then it's something you have to laugh out loud and says, have you looked at yourself